Hello everyone, my name is Jason. Welcome back to this channel about magic. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Normally I'm reacting to these big shows, AGT, Penn and Teller's Fool Us. However, some of my subscribers shared with me that someone posted a video of Eric Chien on YouTube, and in this case he's performing in a more informal, low-key environment. And I think this will be particularly interesting because in this situation he's not up on the big stage in front of judges, he's just like apparently at some small event performing for a group of people. So yeah, it should be interesting. I'm excited to see this. Let's go ahead and check it out. Okay. With Trilogy Magic Factory.
So 3 red, 3 black. So you can face up shuffle these cards in.
Okay, the classic oil and water routine.
Now just imagine all the black cards are oil and the red cards are water. So if you give them a few seconds, they should separate. Just like this. You'll see all the black cards are now on top. But the cool thing is if you take the water and oil, you shake it, they become mixed again. Oh. That's really interesting, right? But you know what? I'll take 3 cards. I'll take them away. Now you can see the cards are still mixed. So watch. All the black cards are not mixed. But the funny thing is, there is only 3 black cards, and over here, 3 red cards.
Okay, let me give you my thoughts on that performance real quick before we move on to the next part. It looks like it's divided into several segments. First thing I noticed, the guy in the background is laughing really loud. Second, that was a great performance. I see nothing wrong with it. It's a known effect, this oil and water. A lot of magicians do it. Eric Chien's version was very direct and very smooth and impressive. I'm kind of curious if he's using gimmicked cards or if it's just pure sleight of hand. I'd be really interested to know that, but if I were there, I would really want to examine those cards. Anyway, let's check out what's next. 4 aces.
Here's some. Can you just pick any card you like? And go ahead and show it to everyone.
Alright.
Got it?
Okay, yep.
Perfect. And just go ahead and put it back. Awesome. Now once again, the moment I flick the cards up, the 4 aces will fly out. It'll spin 20 times. The moment I catch it and spread, you will see the 4 aces. Now this is going to be a little hard, but I'm going to try my best.
Not for you, Eric.
Okay, ready? 1. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3.
That wasn't 20 times, that was like 7
1, 2, 3.
spins.
4.
Oh, wow, where'd the deck go?
There we have the 4 aces. In the beginning, I said I'll use the 4 aces to help me find your card. Just watch, the 4 aces will instantly melt to just 1 card. And what was your card?
What? Really? That was crazy. Okay, that was insane. He had, I mean, I wasn't looking closely when he ditched the deck, but I was watching very close when he had 4 cards and it went to just 1 card. That looked like magic. You know what? Let's just go ahead and watch that again real quick.
Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3. I dropped some cards, but you can see. 1, 2, 3. 4.
All right, here it comes. He's got 4 cards.
There we have the 4 aces.
4 cards.
In the beginning, I said I'll use the 4 aces to help me find your card. Just watch, the 4 aces will instantly melt.
What? Okay, I watched it again and I still didn't see it. Am I going insane? Is this camera trickery? Video editing? I doubt it. You know what? Just hold on 1 second. I'm gonna check something. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Thanks so much for your patience. Okay, so I reviewed the video in slow motion and I cannot believe what I saw. He's doing sleight of hand. It's not video editing. There's something he does that's almost invisible, and it just blew my mind that he did that. I mean, I guess it's not unheard of to do something like this, but it was just executed so smoothly and with such great timing that it's completely invisible. 99.999% invisible. The only way I was able to see this is by watching in slow motion, and I don't want to tell you exactly where it is because I feel like that's too much about revealing and spoiling his method, and I have even more respect for Eric Chien now than I did before, which was already a lot. Really, that's like maybe the coolest thing I've ever seen before. If you were watching this in real life, there's no way you would see him do this. Again, that's why magic is better in real life rather than on video. Anyway, let's go ahead and proceed. Eric Chien on coin to card.
Pick any card you like and show it to everyone here.
Riana, me? Riana, boleh?
I'm scared.
Now the Sacred Riana is getting involved here.
Perfect. Now go ahead and show it to everyone. Just pick it up and show it to everyone. Make sure you guys remember this.
Sebelah kiri dikit biar si kameranya ya.
Now, of course, at the very end, I'm going to try to find this card. Now, do you know how to shuffle a deck of cards?
Yes.
Can you go ahead and shuffle the cards? Just shuffle the cards for me. Now, like I said in the very beginning, this is actually a coin trick. And I'll be using this coin to find your card.
Okay.
Got it? Perfect. Now you can see on one face of the coin, it says yes. On the other side, it says no. So if I ask the coin a question, I'll toss it, and the coin will answer the question for me.
Okay.
And this will help me find your card. For example, is your card a black card? Don't say anything, okay? Is your card a black card? If I just flip the coin, it says
That
yes.
seemed kind of like a fake coin
It's
toss.
a black card. Now in black cards, there's spade and clubs. Is your card a spade? I flip the coin.
Yeah, something fishy
It
about
says
that.
no. Is your card is not a spade,
No.
so it's a club. Now hold out your hand like this, and you're gonna catch the coin like that, okay?
With your hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is your card a face card? Just try to catch a coin. Perfect. Open it up. No, is your card not a face card? Is your card a face card?
Yes.
It is. It is a face card.
Yeah.
Huh. So the coin is wrong. That is really interesting. But you know what? At the very beginning, I did say that this coin will help me find your card.
Okay.
Okay. So I think it is a club. So that part is right. But if you watch the coin very closely, it'll actually.
Okay, number one, my ears hurt from all that screaming. Number two, that's amazing. He's so good with his sleight of hand that it actually looks like magic. Let's see that one more time, okay?
If you watch the coin very closely, it'll actually.
I mean, I watched that again and still it looks like magic, even though I knew what to expect. Eric Chien's level of sleight of hand is so good that you could probably even watch that in slow motion and not see anything. I don't know. I'm not going to bother to check, but that's really incredible. And by the way, he does sell a DVD if you want to learn how to do this. Eric Chien has a DVD you can purchase. I believe it's called Coin. In fact, maybe I should get the DVD. And about that coin toss, yeah, it seemed like he was just kind of spinning it in the air so it would stay on one side. And at the end, it looked like either he was attempting to do it again and failed, or he gave it a real toss, knowing it's 50% chance of being correct, 50% chance of not being correct. And it was funny when he saw it in his hand, he was like, oh, is it not a face card? It's not a face card? And then instantly he was like, well, that's interesting that the coin was wrong. It wasn't him that was wrong, it was the coin that was wrong, because the coin is dispensing the advice here. I always like when magicians have multiple out scenarios, or even just when something goes not according to plan, but you just kind of go with it like it was all part of the plan to begin with. That's where part of the acting comes in for magicians, and I think it's pretty cool. On to his next effect. That's a really smooth retention vanish. Very nice. Now that is cool. Just like it blinks and disappears. Yeah, okay, that's pretty much it for this video. So let me give you my closing thoughts. So this time around, we don't have any judges to hear their opinion, talk about his performance, so I'll just say what I think. Obviously, it was totally amazing. Eric Chien is a god. But seriously, I mean, you see him up on stage and it's very impressive, but to see him in an informal environment like this, performing, and still it was amazing. I mean, that's amazing. I've got to say that before I was a fan of Eric Chien, and now I'm really a fan of Eric Chien. What about you? How did you like seeing him perform in an environment like this? Are you even more impressed like me? Comment below. And now, quite unexpectedly, let's jump right into story time with an Aesop's Fable. This time we're going to read one that I found earlier called The Bald Man and the Fly. It's got a nice illustration you can see here. Chapter 162 for those of you following along. The Bald Man and the Fly. A fly settled on the head of a bald man and bit him. In his eagerness to kill it, he hit himself a smart slap. But the fly escaped and said to him in derision, "You tried to kill me for just one little bite. What will you do to yourself now for the heavy smack you have just given yourself?" Wow, that's a sassy fly. "Oh, for that blow I bear no grudge," he replied, "for I never intended myself any harm. But as for you, you contemptible insect, who live by sucking human blood, I'd have borne a good deal more than that for the satisfaction of dashing the life out of you." I don't think there's any moral to this story. It seems just kind of like a funny, entertaining story. They should have called this story The Sassy Fly and the Even More Sassy Bald Man. But yeah, I can feel his pain. If there's a mosquito in the room, I go to great pains to kill it, especially if it bit me already. Then I'm really angry and I need to exact my revenge. Who of you also enjoy killing small life forms? Comment below! Anyway, that's about it. Eric Chien should be coming on the next episode of AGT because it's the last of the Judge's Cut and we haven't seen him yet. I'm really hoping he does something different than on Asia's Got Talent because I already saw those acts, but, you know, if I were him, I would probably stick with something that I knew worked, like his coin routine maybe, or the candy Rubik's Cube thing. The coin routine he does in particular I think is really beautiful. Anyway, if you happen to enjoy this video, be sure to smash like, subscribe if you want to see more magician reactions. I've done a lot of them, just check my channel, you'll see. And if you take a look, you'll see I have playlists for magic trick tutorials as well as some street magic performances by yours truly. And click the notification bell and check out my Patreon page if you're interested in supporting me and want to see what extra content I have out there. And I will see you next time. Yup.